That was Mr. Pat Ramsey. Now, you would think that the first time I heard Pat Ramsey and the Blues Disciples would be here in Louisiana. I mean, he is a native Louisianian. No, I just happened to be in Miami, Coral Gables more specific, at this club called Satchmo's, and he was gigging there that night about a year ago, and I've been a fan ever since, and I'm so excited that he is on our show tonight. Please help me welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pat Ramsey.
Hey.
Hi, how are you? Of course, there's the Pat with the signature suit. How are you?
Just fine.
What part of Louisiana are you originally from?
I was born in Shreveport, Louisiana.
At what age did you start playing the harmonica?
17.
Who introduced you to it?
I just kind of got interested in it. I heard a John Mayall album one day, and I just decided that's what I was going to do.
Wow.
Quit school, to hell with everything.
Was that music played a lot in your house, or did you have your own radio thing going on?
Well, you know, my dad used to build stereos, and that's the way he worked his way through college, and he had all the Beach Boys and the Beatles and stuff, so that's how I got introduced to, you know, rock and roll and stuff. But I started listening to blues, you know, when I was about 17, 18.
But you were primarily interested in the guitar.
Yeah, I wanted to be a guitar player, but we were poor and I didn't have enough money, and you know, it was like a harmonica I could carry in my pocket. So I try to steal guitar players' licks and put them on the, and I still do. I try to steal Dave's licks all the time.
Now, you do some co-writing in some of your material here.
We pretty much collaborate as a band. You know,
Right.
Dave and I have written a couple, and then Steve and has helped us with some, and Will's our newest member, and we're working on some stuff. We're hoping to get a new CD out here this year.
But do you feel more comfortable in the arranging part?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do better when I'm writing with somebody. You know, I'll have an idea, but for me to just put the whole thing together by myself, it's amazing how I can get together with the guys, and then all of a sudden stuff starts falling together.
You know, there's something about, besides being a vocalist, a beautiful one at that, you yourself, there's something with the harmonica, though, that does not go with any other instrument. It's literally coming from the inner you. Your fingers aren't working. It's just you, your breath, and your diaphragm.
Well, it's all in the tongue, baby.
Yeah, is it really?
Yeah,
and a very sweet one that is. Now, go, son.
Well, I guess, you know, I can't really show you how to play. I mean, if I was a guitar player, I'd say do this and that. But as a harmonica player, I can't show you what's going on inside, you know, my mouth.
Is there a difference with the blues that we might hear here in Louisiana and the ones in Chicago or somewhere in the Northeast or Miami, at that matter?
Yeah, it varies. You know, we tend to lean a little bit to the rock side, as you can hear. You know, that's from I did an album with Johnny Winter in 1978, the White Hot and Blue album, and so I've always been kind of a Johnny Winter kind of, you know, blues rock kind of a guy. We do some traditional blues. We didn't really have enough time to do much of it here tonight.
Well, that's what I experienced, though, in Miami when I saw you guys at Satchmo's.
That was so cool, because I saw you come in, I said, I know her from somewhere, but...
What a small world we live in.
Yeah.
But I had to stop in my tracks, because I said, wait a minute, that sounds too familiar. That sounds too New Orleans. It was like a New Orleans-based sound to me, what the Blues Disciples and you do, which is gorgeous. Now, this is the live at the Grand, but you've got a new publicist and you've got a new booking agent. You're going to be busy.
Yeah, we're hoping that they keep us real busy. You know, we're looking forward to this next year. We want to get on the festival circuit and start playing a lot. We want to go to Jazz Fest.
Absolutely. We will see you at the Jazz Fest. Thank you so much for coming out tonight, Pat. What a pleasure to see you here. Pat Ramsey and the Blues Disciple, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I'm going to plug some of your sites. Don't leave me. All right. December 15th, if you happen to be in Daphne, Alabama, go check them out, please, at Judge Roy Beans in Daphne, Alabama. Also, December 16th at Ruby's Roadhouse, right here in Louisiana, just across the lake in Mandeville. On January 12th at the Martin Luther King Fest in Tallahassee. If you would like to purchase a CD, and please do, you even have some chitlins con carne. He's got a little Spanish there going on as well. That's chitlins with meat. You can purchase his CD through his website, www.patramsey.com. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, again, Pat Ramsey and the Blues Disciples. Yes!
Let me introduce the Blues Disciples to you right now. On the bass guitar from New Orleans, Louisiana, Mr. Will Ainsworth. From Tallahassee, Florida, on the drums, Mr. Steve Howell. Also living in New Orleans, Louisiana, on the lead guitar, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dave Renson.